What is the difference?
If regular Warhammer is like fantasy setting, like there's orcs and shit, and then Warhammer 40K is in space setting, but there's still orcs. so I'm not sure why I said orcs on that one because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's space orcs, but there's also like
the
alien race, the Tau, and like there's more.
Yeah, science. I like the Necro guys; those are cool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we'll be back right after this quick intro.
We're live. All right.
Yeah, of course we're live.
I forgot I could unmute myself.
Yeah.
Welcome the Three Geeks podcast.
Hi.
It's good to throw Jason off
again. How is everybody doing this fine Sunday?
It is really fun.
Did you have to think about it? I am
channeling my inner gods.
Are you?
Well, that is good.
I am. Good
for you, sir.
Anyway, welcome everybody to the show. Please hit that.
What the hell do you want me to say to this?
Subscribe, all of the fun, crazy stuff that you do when you watch or listen to a podcast. And I want to put this out there because a friend of mine posted on Facebook about some depression they had 10 or 15 years ago. And I'm not going to touch on the specifics because it's not my place. But I want everybody to know that is watching or listening to us. If you feel down or need a friend, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I will talk to you. We can have a long chat. You can even call me on Facebook. I don't care. I can't give out my phone number because that would open up a whole can of worms. But feel free to message me on Facebook, please.
Facebook again.
Do we have a whole segment of Max singing to us?
Yeah. I'm
still trying to share this on Facebook.
And I'll be there.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Max? It's only fitting because I will tell you this right now. If we're going to talk about commercials,
keep just going.
There are some commercials.
Wait a minute. Is that licensed? Because Max?
We're already in trouble. That's fine.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel the road and back again.
Can someone
your
turn this
heart
off?
is pure. Your heart is pure. But
I think I'm going to leave.
Hey, Justin, it was better than what was stuck in my head the other day while looking up these commercials. I had that Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet jingle stuck in my head. You know, Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet, $8 a day is all you're going to pay. It was murderous.
I like how you like move like Godzilla when you sing that.
Yeah, it's obligatory.
I'm here to destroy Tokyo and sing the song.
You can't even help yourself. It's like how when you take DMT, everybody sees the same thing. Like it's the same. You start singing the Mark Wahlberg song, you start moving like old school Godzilla.
Who would win in a fight, Mark Wahlberg or Godzilla?
Oh, obviously Mark Wahlberg.
Godzilla.
Obviously, I mean he's Mark fucking Wahlberg.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Supersized Mark Wahlberg? Is he a robot?
No.
Does he have major halitosis?
Mecha Mark Wahlberg?
He's regular 5'10" from fucking Boston, Mark Wahlberg.
I wouldn't get in his way.
I don't know.
Mark himself.
Well, I wouldn't either, but I'm not. I'm also not like a 10-story lizard, so you know.
No, Mark Wahlberg is stronger than the atomic breath.
That's
where we stop. That's it.
He has bad breath. I mean,
before we get into all the fun we have planned today,
planned.
I want to say that we're going to save our review for WandaVision for next week's series finale, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to find out what Dan watched instead of watching WandaVision. So you didn't watch WandaVision, Dan?
No, I did not.
He's consistent.
I love that page. I love that page so much.
Justin's a genius.
Thank you, Justin, for that.
Yeah, I thought it was real funny.
Awesome. One of the things I watched, we're gonna save for a Frady Geek, so I'm not gonna talk about that one. But I also started watching some other drinks. Me too.
Dr. Pepper, not a sponsor of the Three Geeks podcast, but a good
No.
drink.
But it could
Indeed. It could.
Call
Yeah,
us.
please, like contact us.
be. Yeah, oh yeah, a sponsor of the podcast. Friend of
I
the
think
podcast.
you're cheating
This is a
though,
sponsor.
because that does not open like a can does, and that's the sound that I heard before. But anyway, I started watching a crappy movie called Slash. This guy when he was a kid apparently burns down his grandpa's barn with his grandpa and grandpa's mutilated corpses inside.
Dang.
And then he goes and he joins a rock band, and then 20 years later he comes back to bury his aunt. And some of his rock band friends got killed, and that's all I remember. But since there was a killer Scarecrow in that one, I went and I watched Night of the Scarecrow instead, which is a much better movie, and it was also made for TV, like back in the 70s. But I urge you to check that one out, because that was they can't have gore, they can't go over the top. They do have an evil mailman guy that makes you not like the Postal Service at all. But yeah, it's a pretty cool movie about this poor guy who gets basically lynch mobbed. And then scarecrows kill everybody who took him out.
Okay, 2 questions. One,
Yes.
I was very disappointed this was not a biopic about the guitarist, since you said it was a movie called Slash.
Yeah,
secondly?
that got me too, because that's the name of the band. And it's like there's already Slash's Snake Pit, and there's already Slash that tours alone. And this is like a crappy emo band.
Secondly, was the soundtrack done by Dumb Lynch Mob?
No, there was no half of Dawkins in that.
Okay.
But yeah, I George Lynch is actually a really good guitarist. I've seen him live, but no, it was just it did have one really good line, because there's this a streetwise city boy in the band. He's like, all these redneck guys, and he goes up and he says something annoying to one of the farmer guys, and the farmer's like, you better watch where you step, boy. And he's like, oh yeah, why? And he's like, because you're stepping in horse shit. That was actually funny, but the rest of it was pretty shitty. So don't watch Slash. Go watch Night of the Scarecrow.
Or
Don't watch
WandaVision.
WandaVision, right?
Yeah,
Watch this instead.
Don't watch WandaVision, because I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yes, you have to not watch what I don't like. So
You know what, Dan? You just have to find your
Like-
inner gods. That's all. You have to
Oh,
find
you are
to
just
channel
really
your inner
in that.
gods.
sir, I already have, but that's not the podcast for this.
That is right. That is not the podcast for this.
Just the worst.
I can't wait to watch WandaVision. I have not seen the newest episode. And
Same here.
luckily,
Same
I've
here.
been able to manage to avoid spoilers, which is not an easy thing to do on the internet.
Oh, I can find
Hey,
spoilers for you. Hold on.
Can I throw it out there? Anyone watching Young Rock?
What's it about? I've not even heard about it. What about it?
Wait, Justin, what?
Max is muted. He doesn't know. He's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
And
one.
he's laughing.
It's everybody hates
It's
Chris,
up there.
but The Rock.
Oh.
But it's good. I
Oh.
gotta be honest. The first episode was kind of but I liked the second episode. I thought the second episode was better because, to me, like the funny in episode 1 was when they were talking to adult current day Rock, and like the hijinks of the sitcom did not really make me laugh. But at least this one, they did a better job, Plus Randall Park. You gotta love it with Randall
Wait a
Park.
minute. So is this like his actual wrestling career then?
Well, what it is, Dan, it's basically like the premise of the show is it is 2032 and The Rock is running for president. And he's doing this sit-down interview with Randall Park where he talks about growing up because you're not a normal person. You were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and that. And he's trying to show how he's just a normal Joe. And so they go back and forth between teenage Rock and current-day Rock or childhood Rock and current Rock. I mean, it's the first episode.
Do they smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yeah, it sounds like it needs like guns and Tom Cruise and a bunch of like kids and like water who dream about murder.
Well, I mean, so far, like I said, it's been okay. I think wrestling fans like it. The question is, you got to get the average Tom, Dick, and Harry to enjoy it. So, I think that's going to be the big challenge with that show.
Yeah, I was a hard pass on that one.
Yeah, I think
The
I'll
Rock
pass.
the sitcom is just
Even with Randall Park.
Randall Park is
like
cool.
like Spaceballs the movie, The Rock the sitcom.
Yes. I like Randall Park, but like I don't know. Yeah, the sitcom's got to be really, really good to get me because I'm just tired of them. Like. And I don't know if the premise, The Rock, the sitcom with Randall Park is enough to get me into a sitcom.
To answer your question, John, it's enough to get me.
All right, there you go.
That's a low-hanging bar.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's a very low hanging bar. It's something on TV. Is it not static? I'll watch it.
I have backed off on my sitcom watching. So
Yeah, because you've been watching Impractical Jokers.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh my goodness! No, he's stuck on Impractical Jokers right now.
Oh my God,
that's a great show. It's a great show.
They're so funny. I bought the board game.
You see?
I bought the board game. I didn't even know they made a board game. What do you do?
Yeah.
You have to do challenges in front of your friends. It's fun.
It's true.
They make a board game for everything, dude.
It's almost like Truth
That's
or
a fair
Dare,
point.
almost.
I'm afraid to know what some of those dares are. It's Impractical Jokers.
Well,
Yeah.
John, you're going to find out soon enough when you and your lady friend come over, and same with Max and his lady friend. And then Dan and Justin are more than welcome to come over, too.
We're all gonna have high.
Wait, is this a couples thing? Are Dan and I the couple?
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
Can I not have a
Hey,
lady
hey.
friend? What the
Do
fuck?
you have a
Yeah,
lady
I know,
friend,
right?
Dan? Like we were.
I have many lady friends, sir.
Okay, hey, I mean, like, I'll just stay away from my lady friend, okay?
All right, pick one Dan.
I don't know. I mean, apparently you got to get Jason away from your lady friend. It's gonna be horrifying Twister things. I don't know.
Twister as in the board game or Twister as in the movie?
It's just like
That's
a
important.
half
Both?
Because I'm
I mean, you can watch the movie while playing the board game.
Word.
What's it called? Cards Against Humanity. It's like half that and half Truth or Dare.
Okay.
Wait,
Punch your neighbor to the right.
Yeah, yes, there you go.
Drop some comments, folks. Let us know what your favorite board game is.
Sure.
Yes, Monopoly. 100% Monopoly.
Bob Ross Monopoly is probably my favorite board game that I've played.
Is it wholesome? If it's not wholesome, I don't.
It is.
Monopoly.
It's totally wholesome. It's like there's
It
all the
sounds
cool
very
Bob
wholesome.
Ross. It's got all the cool Bob Ross art on all the properties, and instead of chance, it's happy little accidents. I don't remember.
Wait a minute. Time out. So Max, at Marvin Gardens, is that still there, or is it?
No. It's like a
an
Bob
actual
Ross
garden.
No. They're all Bob Ross paintings that he named.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like you're buying this,
Okay.
but it's like the property,
Okay.
I
Marvin
actually-
Gardens is my favorite property, by the way. On Monopoly.
I bought Ms. Monopoly for $5 on sale. I got it for my daughters, so
You
they
kill
can
me.
feel empowered. They're both really excited to play.
You
But I
kill
did
me.
watch a really good
like,
show.
Like it's Ms. Monopoly, but not like the Ms. Monopoly. Okay,
No, it's Ms. Monopoly.
that's what I saw in my
That's a
mind.
whole
This
different
is-
Monopoly.
That Monopoly would be awesome.
Oh God!
That guy was on that fucking MTV reality show
Yep.
Yeah, like 25 years ago.
Oh my God! Yeah, so what? Like he's still on there. That's where
And he still plays the same guy and makes a crap ton of money.
Yeah, it's so
Right.
ridiculous.
He
And
kills
in
it.
Miss Monopoly,
That guy-
if you're female and you pass go, you get an extra $40 more than your male
That guy,
counterpart.
as like a 25-year-old person, did not know who Rosa
Well, that's
Parks
just not
was.
realistic.
Hey, look,
I
Max,
saw that on
Max,
national
listen.
television.
That's the point, Dan.
We can sit here. Listen, we can sit here and make fun of the Miz all we want. But he's got some figures in his bank account.
I'm fair, but I know who Rosa Parks is. That's
Well,
all
true.
I'm saying.
I'm just saying, you don't have to be book smart.
I'll take it. I'm not like fucking.
I know who Rosa Parks is.
I'd rather know who Rosa Parks is. Okay.
How do you not know who Rosa Parks is? They even
I
teach
don't
Rosa Parks-
know.
They even teach her in the white schools.
Right? Like that's
In
one
the
of the
white
things.
schools.
It's one of the things that you learn.
She's like one of
Anyway.
4 people that you learn about. And
They're like, yeah, we kind of screwed these people over. There's 7 of them, and that's it.
So, all right, Jason, who are the 4 that you learn about?
Yeah.
Frederick
Tony.
Douglass,
Okay.
Martin Luther King,
Yep.
Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks.
There it is.
No, wait a minute. Time out. There's no Malcolm X.
I don't think Malcolm X
No.
is a part of the curriculum.
No,
We did.
I
I
think
did.
Harriet Tubman. Yes, Malcolm X.
Harriet
Ain't no
Tubman
way.
is another.
Harriet
I learned
Tubman
about
made the
Malcolm
list.
X in school. It was brief, but we learned about him.
It wasn't name mentioned.
Yeah, there was a man named Malcolm X.
Yes. That's all
He was
you
around
get.
the same
That's
time as
all
Martin
you-
Luther
One
King.
time, Denzel Washington made a movie about it. And that's all you get. That's all you get.
That's why you hear about Malcolm X is because you cover Denzel Washington.
Yes, exactly. And
You still hear about him. That's all that
small,
matters.
small mention off to the side.
Hey, you know what though? Speaking of which, I watched Judas and the Black Messiah last week.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I have to be 100.
Yo, go ahead.
I have to be honest. I gave it a B. I really wanted to give it an A, but it's missing something. Like there's just
Is this
I don't know what it was.
Is this a hot take, Orlando?
Yeah,
No,
this
he's
is a
not
hot
saying he
take,
hates
Orlando.
it.
No, I mean, it was an interesting tale. I thought, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The lead actor, Daniel. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. You know, the guy from Get Out.
Yes.
That gentleman.
Yes. He
Yes.
was also in Black Panther. That guy. You guys
Yes,
remember
correct.
that guy from that Bonnie and Clyde movie they made? Something in the Queen.
Was that good? I haven't watched
The
it.
Queen and Slim.
Yeah, Queen
oh.
Slim, yeah.
O.J. Simpson we learned about because we watched the trial in school.
Did you watch the car chase too?
Well, that happened while we were in school.
We still learned about him, Max.
It's like me learning about the 9/11 thing by watching the planes running
Yeah,
in the
it's
building.
like,
It's
so,
like we learned about it.
a thing happened yesterday.
If
Well,
you guys
I'm just-
have comments, please leave them below. We'd love to hear who you learned about in school.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
God. Oh, speaking of comments, Jason, what was the one we got for Shell and Sofa last week?
Yeah,
Oh.
Shaolin Sofa back in the fucking commentary.
All right, hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I've never heard Max more excited.
Dude.
Okay,
Oh,
side
yeah.
note, Max, Judas and the Black Messiah. It's a good movie. It's worth a watch. There was just something, I'm gonna say Jesse Plemons. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. I think his character's kind of eh. So it gets a B. It's well worth it. I enjoy any tale that you can give me about the Black Panther Party because I find those guys to be fascinating. So there you go.
Yeah, Max, any details you have on the Black Panther Party, let John know.
A lot of people, here's a
I wasn't-
detail. A lot of
that's not what
people
he said.
compare the Black Panther Party to the KKK, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus Garvey got grouped in with the KKK too back in the 1920s.
Did he
Oh, he
actually
did,
talk to
because
the
he-
KKK people?
Yeah, because Marcus Garvey's big thing was like, hey, fuck it. We're not going to get rights here in America. Let's go back to Africa. And, of course, the KKK were like, yeah, go back to Africa.
Right. Yeah, let's
So,
work
W.E.B.
together.
Du Bois,
Let's achieve our mutual dream.
Yeah, Du
Except,
Bois was
you know,
like-
if we hang a few of you in the meantime, I hope you don't mind.
yeah, Du Bois was the one going, Marcus, you can't do that. That's going against everything, you know. And he's like, nah, fuck it, man. We're going back.
If they'll pay, it's like, yeah, we'll get the Mexicans to build the wall.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be right on it.
That's that same mentality.
And today we celebrate the end of Black History Month, and we should get it extended.
Oh God.
Anyway, the comments.
See, I feel so unqualified to talk about this whole topic.
Okay, so
just throw into the wall.
we got a YouTube comment. It's our first negative comment since the racist guy, and
Yes,
even though
I'm back, baby.
the racist guy was half positive.
That was odd.
This is fully negative, and this is one of our highest viewed videos on Facebook and audio and everything. So he writes on the Shaolin Sofa Iron Mask. If you guys want to find out what he's talking about, feel free to give it a click and hit that like button.
Yeah.
And call us the same thing he calls us. Anyway, AKDPSE. Check out his YouTube channel. He doesn't have any videos. He writes. That's AKDPSE, because we'll promote you if you write a comment. We love it. He writes, "Fuck you, idiot who uploaded this video." So he's cussing me out.
Solid.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the video.
Like, actually, yeah, I guess I don't really take credit for that one because I had nothing to do with the uploading of the video.
And it's not really a video, it's audio.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
we
maybe
actually
that's
had
why.
no video there. So
Maybe that's why he's upset.
Maybe you just wanted to see Dan's face.
Yeah, Justin, we're gonna need you to start animating the audio only podcasts.
yeah.
Do you have a lot of time? Because that would take forever.
That's why I said Justin.
We're gonna need way better computers.
Not just that,
wait,
talent on animating stuff. Like, I don't know how to animate stuff.
Hey, Scott's not here to defend himself, so he gets the job of doing animation.
Fair.
Oh, awesome.
Scott loves animation. That's right up Scott's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he doesn't usually hate is animated things.
You're
We're just gonna add a
Thank you.
too.
Yeah.
So
I'll wash my hands of that all day.
He does hate some animated things, so also I've watched them with him.
Is it time for commercials?
Yes, it is. Because we only have
John
so
is
much
done with
time to spend on commercials. We're going to be welcoming back a friend/guest previous, which is Mr. Christopher Candy. I'm really excited to check in with him and see how his facial hair game is going now because he won top mustache of last year easily.
He definitely won
Nice.
Funny's best mustache on the podcast for sure.
Yes, I am pulling up the first commercial I have here.
Should you put a disclaimer, by the way, for those folks that are sensitive and easily offended? They may not want to watch this part.
Mine's fake. I'm sad to announce that mine's fake.
If you guys are easily offended, this is probably not the podcast for you, but the commercial
I would have
segment.
hoped you would have noticed that by now, but
The commercial segment might be a little bit more risque, and I do plan on checking in with our friends over at Norton Furniture. I'm going to see if I can find a new one we haven't analyzed yet. But here we go. We've got the first one coming up right now. This is from Mr. John Orlando. None of us have seen it yet.
oh,
Okay, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? I never
Did I turn the audio on?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
think of Wilkins. Yes, my cup of Wilkins coffee? No, I don't like coffee. This is doing a public service.
This made me uncomfortable.
Oh my god! Could you imagine the Muppets
We're
doing
here to
Mortal
persuade
Kombat?
people to drink more Wilkins coffee. What's the club for? To get their attention.
Oh, we've already listened to that. All right. Anyway,
That wasn't so bad.
I don't.
More. He stabs that dude. He stabs that dude with a fencing sword.
Oh, dude, yeah, no. And then when the gun just comes, it's just like, "Gah!" Like right in his head. No,
There's lots of
it's effed
shooting
up.
of that guy.
I'm just saying,
So-
like, the club one was the least of. They should have started with that one, because after you get to you get stabbed, like get a little bop on the head and he's totally fine still. Like that's not even. It's not even nothing.
So the history behind
but you
this,
would have thought that he would have learned at some point.
You're going to learn today.
To try to top.
So Wilkins Coffee does not exist anymore. It went belly up in
Right.
1992. These are commercials from the, I think, mid to late 50s, and it was the first time that Jim Henson was involved with Muppets at all. The two Muppets, the one that sounds like Kermit is called Wilkins, and the one that sounds like Ralph the dog is Wompskins, as in Walt. drink Wilkins. And they were quite popular. And by the way, I believe there's a eBay store that sells their T-shirts. So apparently they are a pop culture phenomenon I did not know about.
Yeah, I want to own Wilkins Coffee now, and I would just play the old commercials. I wouldn't even add any.
No coffee involved.
Wouldn't even drink the coffee. It's just
there's no coffee like at all. Like I'll sell. I might get into selling empty coffee cans if it proves to be lucrative enough. But
okay,
yeah, there's no actual coffee involved.
So you feel bad about the one Muppet that always gets beat up because he won't try the coffee. But if you don't have the coffee, he can never try it.
Exactly.
Again, the vicious circle.
Exactly.
The vicious circle.
Because I am a horrible human being, and I want that Muppet to suffer.
Consistently suffer.
Suffer, Muppet.
I don't want any Wilkins coffee. I don't want any Wilkins coffee.
Shoot a cannon at that motherfucker.
I don't want no Wilkins coffee.
Stab. Like,
What's
he should
up,
stab that dude.
Rob?
Like, he should get a knife one time and just like pepper the dude up with like knife holes.
Hey, you know what? I think the
Just
reason
like-
why the scene. I think the reason why the scene snob was late today was because he was drinking some Wilkins coffee.
Well, probably
Or he
'cause
was not drinking Wilkins coffee.
Mick recorded like 12 podcasts in the last 24 hours. The man is a
True.
maniac. But
Was it Black Lightning that stabbed someone on their birthday?
Amit, is it
Yeah.
weird echo when we're doing the commercials? Let me know. And hey, if you guys are watching live and you know of some weird commercials or some might have been controversial at one point or funny, we love funny.
Oh boy.
Send the links to me right now at 3geekspodcast@gmail.com. And let's go up to the next one. We showed one of these the last time we did this, but this is a different one. And let's enjoy.
Oh.
Yay. Wholesome
Winston's
family
again?
fun.
Yeah.
These commercials caused me to do this.
What?
I'm kidding. All right. This is a long commercial.
Right, I was gonna say maybe it's just like existing in the time of Twitch, but I'm like, is this taking forever or is that just me?
Yes. It's more than 12 seconds long.
Brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Winston's do not taste good as somebody who used to smoke.
What are you talking about? Fred Flintstone thinks they're awesome.
Listen, if Fred Flintstone tells me something, I believe Fred Flintstone.
You can't lie to me, Jason. Fred Flintstone said they were good.
Let's go on back when we can't see him.
Is this like an episode of fucking Flintstones?
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
No, there's like multiples. We'll do
okay.
stop after this one.
I see.
The one built the cigarette to deliver flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend. Yeah, Fred.
It's got that filtered blend. Like, at one point in time, were we just showing cigarette commercials?
Here, ahead of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobacco specially selected.
Oh my goodness.
What's Wilma and Betty doing? They're just watching them smoke.
Well, no, they're doing all the work. And then
Yeah.
the assholes just like lay
Oh, there
down.
we go. Now that's an end to a commercial. I got
Okay, because look, there were two things that upset me about that commercial. One, there's only 2,500 people that live in Bedrock. It seems like a larger city than that. Two, how come the ladies don't get to give themselves lung cancer? Damn it, that's not fair.
because they're smart.
He's like, my problem is the same problem that people had with fucking Man of Steel. It's like, Metropolis is empty.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, it just seemed
Who
like there was
watches
a lot
the
more-
Watchers, Max?
What's up, George? George will be on our podcast the weekend Mortal Kombat comes out. He's gonna come on and review it with us.
Ooh, nice. I'm half excited to see that Mortal Kombat movie.
I am too. Plus, it's free. Oh, I watched Tom and Jerry last night.
Solid.
I'm gonna say
I
this
kinda
about the
wanna watch
movie. everything with Tom and Jerry in it is funny. The problem is that there's human people in it too. And the humans, I mean, sometimes there's a few laughs with the humans, but for the most part, it's not funny. I like how all the animals in the movie were animated. That was a nice little touch. But yeah, everything with Tom and Jerry is gold. The problem is you got to deal with humans too. And that sucks because the cast is decent.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the same way about Ted.
Oh,
John. Everything with the bear was awesome. But then when you just had the humans, I'm like,
What are you talking about? Mark Wahlberg? Come on, he's the greatest guy ever. What
Come on, Mark.
Dude,
bringing it right back around.
Mark Wahlberg.
I heard he beat up Godzilla.
Yeah, he didn't do to fight Godzilla. Give me a
Wait a
break.
minute. Time out. Is it Mark or is it Donnie that's in that?
Mark.
No, it's Mark. It's Mark. You're right. No.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you confuse Mark with Donnie?
Hey, at least I didn't
With the
confuse him with the
inferior
unknown
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Yes.
There's like a third brother that nobody knows.
That fucking third-rate Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg, and fucking
Wahlberg.
yeah, fucking look. Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, okay? Donnie Wahlberg was just in New Kids on the Block, okay? Like that. Do you see the difference? I mean, like, are you starting to understand the caliber of person?
Do you understand?
We are all digging our own graves because he's going to come visit that dealership in Worthington and then come look for us. So,
You know what?
motherfuckers, you know what to say?
If we've made it to the point where Mark Wahlberg listens to us,
You know why Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg bought a
That'd be
dealership?
nice.
In case he came across some Transformers.
Yeah.
to have my ass kicked by Mark Wahlberg would probably be the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
thank you, Marky Mark. More Marky Mark, please, Marky Mark.
All right, guys, we got
He
another one.
shows up
from
in the
John.
dealership, right?
We got another lovely commercial from John Orlando.
Wait. Before you start this, I just like to throw it out there. I would gladly get my ass kicked by Marky Mark if he trash talked like he did in The Departed.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
No, you must be the other guy.
Love lower than low prices?
Look at that. Geek Beats
Then
started
get
already.
more ways to save at Kroger, where you can find
We need to
personalized
lock that
coupons,
down.
weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Okay,
So
it's
do I-
just silly.
Yeah. Do I have the
It's not
balls to play
controversial.
Max's fake commercial? Guys are about to find out.
Terrible.
Yeah, you gotta
Wait,
shut
we're
up.
not going to discuss the Kroger's commercial?
That-
We
that
can't.
sucks. Like, what was so crazy about that one though? It's just a
Yeah,
bad.
it was a
it's not
Kroger's
I just
commercial.
love it. The animation, for some odd reason, makes me happy.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
it looks
it's
like
on
Meatball.
this
it's silly
other
and
side.
dumb.
This
Yeah,
is-
it's on the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah, this is okay. This is something that just you enjoy. You think is good marketing. Okay, I got
Yeah.
Okay, after this next commercial, Mick is going to ban us from the Scene Snobs.
you.
Let's be ready to be canceled. If you guys have kids in the room, which they probably shouldn't be watching this, but if
No.
they are, because my kids sometimes watch it, just kindly ask them to leave or earmuffs them for about 30 seconds. This is a fake commercial, but Max found it, and
Yeah,
And for the record, none of us
Alright.
have seen it but Max, I think.
Story behind this.
I've seen it, Justin.
I'd heard that they had a commercial banned like for the Super Bowl. So I was like, oh man, I want to see the banned commercial. So I typed in banned Skittles commercial, and this is the one that came up. And so like back then, I believed it was a real commercial they had made, and all the props to Skittles for making this commercial. Because like it's out there, but I think it's a good commercial.
I am scared to see this. I'm really starting to have some
Oh,
anxiety.
you guys don't
sweating.
even know. You don't even know.
You don't know. This
Why
This
are
is-
you calling into court because of this?
will take
You may have
John,
opened the
this will
floodgates
take
now, dude.
Taste the Rainbow to a whole nother level.
Get Matlock ready, because we in some trouble.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna need to call Matlock and fucking Perry Mason.
Mick, I'm sorry for this, but it's not any worse than the Taco Bell commercial, I don't think.
No, it's not any worse than that.
Then Dan and I's Taco Bell commercial?
What the?
Give me my sweetness.
God!
Share the rainbow.
You guys urging to taste the rainbow?
I love it. Is that not
Nice.
the best commercial you've ever seen?
Look, Mick says canceled.
Wait, Mitch, wait, am I canceled? Because I had nothing to do with this, man. I had nothing to do with
Oh,
this.
you're all canceled.
Guilty by affiliation, sir.
Mick's not canceling us. He loves me too much.
Oh, I love that commercial.
That made me real uncomfortable.
Hey, I'll
Pretty
be back in a
usual
minute.
things from Max, though.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go shower. I feel dirty after that.
Get ready for my sweetness.
Why? Why do you do these things?
I love it. I fucking love that commercial.
I know you do.
Skittles, like, if I were Skittles, I would have paid those dudes for that commercial. Like, you can't air it anywhere, but, like, just thank you for that. You know? Like,
Couldn't they put that on the
that
Twitch
could be
page?
viral, actually.
I'm sure it would, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mick. Thank you.
Well, what kind of
Thank you.
viral, Dan? Because she could need to get tested, I guess.
Oh,
They
I
were
mean,
just married. It's a wholesome situation. They're on their honeymoon.
Amit says,
It's a
I'm not
beautiful
a fan of...
thing.
Look
Amit
at
says,
that.
Amit, you should have been on this with us. He's saying, I'm not a fan of Skittles, but now I'm really not.
That's bullshit, okay? Like, you guys are trying to dirty up a beautiful thing, okay? Those two people were in love. All right.
George sends a bunch of laughing faces, and he writes, "Oh my God, that's priceless."
You see, George knows what's up. George knows funny when he sees it.
George knows funny when he sees it. Thanks,
Mick
George.
says PPD is safe, and he is not. Mick is not canceling us because of the commercial. He's canceling us because Max hates Star Wars.
I mean,
That's fair.
Damn it, Max.
He did point out that I do hate more Star Wars than I like. Like he made a valid point.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? I'm curious how that emotionally makes. Because you're a Star Wars fan.
How does that make you feel?
No, it's just like I realized this the other day because like they canceled all the book series and stuff like that. Like that stuff doesn't exist. So like the Star Wars that I, like fell in love with is not a part of any other Star Wars that's like sold. So like I just need to keep that. That's just where it's like it's like an old book that you read 100 times. Like you go back and read it again. It's a good time.
Yeah, not my Luke Skywalker type of deal.
Yeah, it's just like I don't feel like the quality. Like when I was a kid, I could get over the actual crappiness of a lot of things. But like you don't need a lot of plot and you don't need a lot of like character development. But I thought that the basis that it's like Firefly or whatever. It's like the world they created was better than like the show that they could put on. Firefly didn't really fucking.
Yeah, yep.
But it's just that. And then now they're trying to do different things for it, and it's generally more marketed to children. So it's just not for me. That's fine. Like I'm not. Like if you like Star Wars for whatever, like it for that. But yeah, my thing of Star Wars is no longer.
I mean,
that's okay. That's okay.
You like some still. I mean, you like The Mandalorian, but Clint Alexander says, "What's up? What's up, man? It's nice hearing from you."
How's it going, Clint?
All right, so I've dug deep, and there is one Norton Furniture commercial we have not explored yet. This one is a take on Humpty Dumpty. So yes. I am very excited. If you guys in the comments, please send in any of your commercials that you guys have found for us to check out. But I give to you, Norton Furniture presents Humpty Dumpty.
My credit's terrible. I just want to die. Life's not worth living anymore.
These quality Cleveland commercials.
Humpty, wait. Don't do it.
He didn't even fall down.
He's committed to the bit.
Can't put you back together again.
Damn you, Mick, foiled again. Oh my God.
Wait a minute, time out. At the beginning of that clip, was that dude that was dressed like the street thug, was he checking his fly? Because I think he was checking his fly like, oh shit, on my camera. Did I zip up? Why wouldn't you just stop and redo it?
I felt like that was some sort of
Time is money.
I thought that was some sort of like exhibition of machismo.
You mean like grabbing his unit and being like, yeah, right here, Humpty. Wow.
John, check the private chat, please. Yeah, I know that was was an experience. At least we didn't have any like creepy fighting and rapey and giving birth to a furniture guy.
Yeah, I think that just was weird. That whole Norton furniture thing was. I don't remember what those were called, Jason. Sorry. We have to get Mike on the line to help out with that.
I'm on it.
All right. Yeah. I don't know.
At least there was no rape in this one.
Yeah, that's a positive.
Yeah.
Well done.
There was some of that in some of these other commercials.
So I guess all the commercials today win on that merit.
Solid.
There's no creepy.
What a
sexual
low
assault.
bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree there.
Oh,
They're all great. They're all great commercials. Yeah,
You
the
guys-
Flintstones are selling cigarettes to children, but at least there's no rape.
okay.
Hey,
Well,
you can
we're
buy them
about
at
to
Kroger's. Their prices are really low.
I found one that's gonna make everybody squirmish. You guys ready? This is a real commercial for a real ice cream company. I just want to point that out. This is a real ice cream
This
company.
is the one where the lady eats she eats it out of the top of her head. Ugh.
Oh God, this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's nightmare fuel.
I remember this.
There's good reason for my glistening skin. And how I shine. And how my pores are so clean and clear.
No.
Oh, this isn't that bad.
Bruh.
This is tame to the other one.
Ice cream. It keeps me young.
This is like weirdly Japanese to me. Is that odd? That like I feel like this is a Japanese.
Not really.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
When you eat little baby's ice cream, you'll
Little
wink
babies.
and nod and hug and high five each other.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Little babies ice
Are we
cream.
done? Are we done? Can I take down my app, my cam? That shit's disgusting. No, don't show this one. Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
No one signed up for
Commercials
this.
haven't been controversial yet.
None of us signed up.
It's just
Okay,
amazing
now
to me.
Is my fake Skittles commercial worse than that?
No.
No,
No.
this commercial's better.
Yeah.
You guys were saying the
This is
commercials were kind of tame.
I wanted funny. I didn't want traumatizing.
My favorite comment so far. George says it looks like a porn scene gone wrong. Yeah, gone horribly wrong.
So here's my question. Time out. Here's my question for that
Oh,
for
boy.
that lady that was in that.
I think that was a dude.
The first little babies commercial. The one
Yeah,
with
the first
dude?
one was a
Was that
lady.
dude?
That was a dude.
I think
Was
it was
it
a
a
lady.
No.
I don't know. Okay, for that person. Okay,
Either way.
that person.
Person.
No matter if male, female, non-binary, whatever.
Yeah, I guess it
That
doesn't really
person.
matter at all, does it?
Yeah, no. Yeah, real terrifying.
They're made of ice cream.
when they go into another like interview to get another gig, like does the producer go, "Oh, I see you were in that little baby. Oh, fuck you, get out now. You don't even get the role. Get the fuck out."
No, because like while you are disgusted by the commercial, the person willing to do that, you can talk into pretty much anything. So
That was some good acting, man.
breaking-
What are you talking about?
We're breaking all the SAG rules, man. See that house? Jump
hey,
off that house.
Right. And you're like, all right, she's gonna be fine with it. Like, you don't mind scooping ice cream off her head and eating it. Like that's whatever, you know? Like, yeah.
This is important for your role. Will you scoop ice cream off your brain?
We're gonna
I mean, I've
Let's
eaten
see
ice cream
Geeks.
off my body before. There's nothing wrong with it,
I'm
right?
gonna sit you in a vat of jello, cool the jello around you, and then you slowly eat your way out.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Ugh.
That's oddly
Two names.
sensual.
I think we need to find the person that was in that little baby's ice cream commercial and have them on the podcast,
Probably some mental
or the couple on the Skittles commercial. We need to have them on to discuss the creation of these commercials.
Oh my goodness!
And why you decided to be involved.
That's because that Skittles commercial is comedy gold. That's why you were involved. I would have loved to have been involved in that production. Get ready for the sweetness.
I can see Max like popping up in the bottom of the screen.
Thank you.
Just eat some Skittles and walk off.
I respect your hustle.
Okay. Has anybody ever seen He Got Game, the Denzel movie with Ray Allen?
Yeah.
Remember the line about the Skittles? You enjoy them Skittles. You enjoy walking your ass out that door. You don't remember that line when he brings Skittles to his daughter, and like him and Ray Allen are having the conflict, and he tells his daughter, he goes, "All right, I'm gonna leave. You enjoy those Skittles." And Ray Allen goes, "You enjoy walking your ass out that door."
Exactly. So
There you
everyone
go.
enjoys Skittles. Bottom line, even Denzel. And
Even Denzel.
Skittles commercial wins the day. I think that's.
The Skittles commercial, Max, would be 10 times better is if Denzel barged in like Alonzo with both guns blazing.
No. Again, like these two people, they're recently married. They're very much in love. They're enjoying each other in a manner totally fine, like totally acceptable. And then you're just messing it all up, man. Like it's a beautiful thing. Why do they got to shoot that up? Like these poor people on their honeymoon, eating Skittles.
Eating Skittles from his pants.
That came out of a place.
Enjoying his sweetness.
Stop.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the commercials the guys sent me. Dan, Justin, if you guys want to send me some, please do through Facebook.
I don't want to do anything with this anymore.
I know of some, but I was like, I probably shouldn't do these because they're pretty bad. But after that,
does that make you feel any better? That has to make you feel better.
Here comes the floodgate. Next time.
God.
Oh no, Dan!
Stop it too.
Have we received the message from Chris Candy going, "Hey, guys, something came up."
Turns out I can't make it today.
We have about time for 2 more commercials before we go to our commercial, and then we welcome Chris Candy to the show, which I'm excited for the rest of you guys to meet him because Max and I had a blast.
All right.
Mustache.
Okay. Dan, are you firing up a commercial or no?
No.
Not this time.
The only thing to top the Skittles is to add marshmallow fluff to the bride.
Oh my God!
There was a commercial I sent you that I thought was
I'm not a proponent of banning people, but you're really itching.
Too shocking.
Too shocking. Yes, it was that apparently there's a company that makes products for breastfeeding, and there was a commercial that they released that was. I guess I don't know. I know in the group chat I said extreme, and I didn't mean it that way. I kind of didn't mean like extreme in terms of like the content. I just felt it was extreme because I think the average Joe or average Jane would be shocked by it if it came across their TV because it was kind of a little startling. Like you start watching it and you're like,
is it just like an open titty?
Yeah, multiple open boobs.
All right, let's watch this commercial. Where's it at?
We're gonna save it for the next podcast, Max, because I don't think it should be grouped in with the ones that we've chosen for today.
Well, again, it's just a wholesome thing. It's just open titties out. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Why are you so weird, John? They're not. I bet you they're not even Asian, John. Why do you even have a problem?
Oh my God!
Time out.
John's about to leave.
Oh God!
Time out.
You've done something.
Time out, Max. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that there's anything against that. I just think it would be shocking because, as I said, the first like 10, 15 seconds, you're like, oh, this is real. Okay.
It's a Janet Jackson Super Bowl shock. It's the same thing. It's like, holy crap, there's an open titty. Like,
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with it at all. But like for some reason, yes, I know what you're saying. I'm not.
And it actually, to be bluntly honest, it was educational for me because I don't have any children, so I didn't know the process because it talks about the process of breastfeeding, and I'm like, I didn't realize this is very challenging for women. I was like, I learned something, but it is startling. It is startling because you're not expecting
America. Like that's just what we're prudes.
Right.
Like that's the thing. We cannot abide an open titty.
Yeah, if we were French, we were born in France, it would be no problem. Of course, we also probably would have had a cigarette in line when we were 6 for dinner. But you know,
Flintstones selling us cigarettes would be nothing.
That is true. I just want to say to everybody that is listening and watching, we are going to go to a quick commercial break, and on the other side of the break, we are going to have Mr. Chris Candy on, who is a stand-up, or not stand-up, but he does improv comedy, Second City. Guy is funny and fun, and I can't wait for you guys all to meet him. But prior to that, I want to bring up our sponsors ad. Let me take a second here.
Oh, snaps.
Oh, this is another commercial, I bet.
Everybody, if you have CBD needs, I want to recommend to you lindsaynoel.com. It's where you can find the highest quality CBD, everything beauty, brains, and bath bombs. All Lindsay Noel CBD products have been tested and are gluten-free, vegan, and not tested on animals. Get a full night's rest with their PM CBD melatonin mints, or brighten your skin with their CBD 3-in-1 eye serum. Give your pets their beef-flavored CBD chewables, or rub in our topical pain cream with 500 milligrams of CBD. LindsayNoel.com is where both men and women are inspired, educated, and encouraged. LindsayNoel.com is more than a brand, it's a lifestyle. Go to LindsayNoel.com, mention 3 Geeks Podcast when you order to get a free gift and extra samples to try some new products. You will also get a $5 off card for your next purchase. Go to LindsayNoel.com and tell her the 3 Geeks Podcast sent you. Please do so, because the fact that they're sponsoring us aside, Lindsay, I've become friends with since she was on our show. We talk regularly, and she is an awesome person. And I have tried her product. Max has tried her product, and we can both vouch that it.
Like, can I just like be excited about our first
actual ad? Yeah,
live read ad. Like, I am fucking ecstatic right now. Like, that was awesome. And also, I would like to do the live read ad.
No, don't let him.
Yeah,
actually, Mick,
it's important to not let him do that now.
Come on. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Mick, I'm sending you the link to pop on for 2 minutes to mention the fundraiser, because I won't be able to do the same justice that you will. So I'm going to have Mick pop on to tell about the fundraiser that Max and I, and hopefully the rest of the geeks, will be participating in on Friday. We are going to be doing top 5 animals in films. I thought dog was keeping it a little too tight, so I'm like, let's just bring in all the animals.
Just be every Air Bud, basketball,
Ace the Bat Hound.
Air soccer,
Ace the Bat Hound.
Can you just mention? Just Evan Almighty. You can just point 5 animals and say my list.
These are my favorite.
What about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
That's a good one.
Pokey.
Do they have to really exist?
I'm going Pokey.
Are they in Dan's mind?
All my animals will be animated.
But we are raising money for a dog that needs eye surgery. It's a friend of the Mix podcast, the Scene Snobs, and we're all just coming together to help give this dog, the quality of life that it deserves moving forward. And please, you can find out more details at the Scene Snobs Facebook page and on all of the shows this week. Mick can't jump on right now, but hopefully maybe by the end of the show, we'll hop in.
0 Sarah McLachlan music will be played. There will be no...
There might be some Sarah McLachlan.
I'm going to go get my Sarah McLachlan CDs now.
What we are trying to do
play after the break.
We are trying to prevent a John Wick, okay? We are trying to prevent a blood massacre when they actually have to kill this dog because of whatever affliction it's got. And then the person goes on a murderous rampage. Okay, John Wick told us you don't let the dog down, okay? Like, that's just a bad situation.
John Wick told us.
All right, everybody, we'll be back right after this with Chris Candy.
Talk commercial, take 5. Hey, Jason, have you ever been accused of a crime?
I have not yet, John. But if I ever was, there's only one man I would call, and that man is Benjamin Matlock.
You would be right to do that because he's a guy that can certainly clear your name of any accusations that come your way. It doesn't matter, man, if you're accused of, say, I don't know, murdering your ex-husband live on your TV cooking show, or using a pair of scissors to stab your business manager to death, or maybe you sneak into your landlord's office and off him overnight during the Christmas season. Matlock can get you taken care of. And you know what? He's also a dude that is the subject of a pretty cool podcast called Matt Talk, right, Jason?
Yeah, he is. I'm so glad John just aired out all my dirty laundry. But
I think this is the world's longest commercial for a podcast ever.
Commit any crimes, I can call the one man. And that one man is Benjamin Matlock.
That's right. And you can check out our podcast called Matt Talk every second and fourth Monday of the month. It's available on all of the podcasting platforms, including Anchor. Just go to anchor.fm/Matt Talk. And it's available through the Facebook page. Of course, that is at Matt Talk Podcast. And you could check out every single episode when they drop. And real soon, it'll be available every Saturday at noon through the Scene Snobs channel. Just look for the Scene Snobs, on Facebook or thescenesnobs.com. Jason, tell them about the email and the Twitter account, please.
You guys can email us anytime at benmattalk@gmail.com. That is benmattalk@gmail.com. One more time, benmattalk@gmail.com. Email me. Let us know what you think of this commercial. Let us know what you think of the episodes. We have some great interviews with Lori Lathine and
Linda Pearl and Scott Valentine and a ton of other great episodes. And by the way, check us out on Twitter. We're just got on Twitter at MattTalk_podcast. And so, ladies and gentlemen, check out an episode. And as they say in court, nothing further.
Hi, I'm Casper.
And I'm Becky Gremlin.
And we're the hosts of Don't Fuck With The Original.
We are a spoopy horror podcast that pretty much covers everything under the genre.
We cover haunted locations. We cover true crime, cryptids, movies, anything you can literally think of. We are all over it.
Everything spoopy.
On Wednesdays. And why?
Wednesdays are for podcast. Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, it's John Orlando from the PVD Cast. Are you wondering where you can find my podcast? Well, it's real simple. Just go over to pvdcast.com, the online home of yours truly, or it's available through all of those major podcasting platforms. Just search for it in Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio app, and don't forget that every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, I do a live broadcast of the week's episode of the PVD Cast through the Facebook page. Just go over to facebook.com and search for @PVDcast and join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get on out of here. So I'll chat at each and every one of you later.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan, and I'm here to tell you guys about thescenesnobs.com. We're a channel of variety, comedy, entertainment, geek-related, sports, the whole 9 yards. We cover almost every genre. And we have so many great shows to choose from. We have shows like the Scene Snobs Podcast, BTB Podcast, The Guapo Show, the Sports Snobs Podcast, the PVD Cast, Jeff Dwoskin presents Crossing the Streams, the Three Geeks Podcast, the Fandom Effect. We probably have the only Matlock-based podcast called Matt Talk, and we're introducing new shows all the time. We have new shows coming up like the Ear Hustling Podcast, Carpool Shenanigans, and of course, From Some Nobodies, Twitching Upstream, and Talking Upstream. So come on, check out thescenesnobs.com, enjoy it, and please leave feedback. Like, follow, subscribe us, and just let us know what you think. We love to have all the interaction. So I, again, am the Scene Snob Mick Manhattan. check out thescenesnobs.com. You can follow us anywhere on social media at The Scene Snob, and we will talk to you guys soon. Take care.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Gunnar Quaylen.
I'm Jenna St. Clair.
From churchofsecrets.org.
You're listening to John, Dan, Scott, Max, and Jason
on the Three Geeks podcast.
We are back.
Are we going to have them do like a different bumper for each possible iteration of the podcast? Like
most of us are back.
like this is for you, like Jason, Max, Justin, John, and Dan. You know, like we should have the
just
all the possible combinations.
Yeah, all of the possible combinations.
For the rest of the show, guys, John has been replaced with a lamp. So John will now be played by a lamp.
Deadpool poster, a very sexy Deadpool poster.
I am lamp.
So, guys, I want to talk about this while we wait on Chris. I watched the show Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. Has anybody seen that?
No, I heard about it.
No.
Oh, it's so good. Bryan Cranston plays a judge whose son gets hits somebody on a motorcycle who ends up being the son of the mob boss in town. And it's really good stuff. Cranston is always, even in Godzilla, he's up here. Even though the movie may not be strong, Cranston always delivers, and he is delivering in this show. And the writing is there to back him up.
He's in another show where he's a nice guy who gets into a terrible family situation and then does bad things to justify trying to get out of a bad situation.
Max, he can always do that. I'm okay with that.
He is the one who knocks.
Dude, I did that when I was watching it with Heather. I'm like, I am the one who knocks.
I think he's got a bathrobe that says that. He just wears it around his house. And you're not allowed to talk to him when he's wearing the bathrobe.
He just starts knocking on walls. Who's that? Who's that? It is the one who knocks.
God.
So for next week's episode, I think we're going to do a remake revolution. And George, Mick, any of the guys that are watching now that are Clint, if you guys want to be a part of a remake revolution, hit me up. I'd love to have you guys on next week because I haven't had George or Clint on yet. So you guys would be a lot of fun to do a remake revolution. So please let me know.
Well, don't forget about the big tournament that's coming up at the end of March, too. We're doing the March Madness Three Geeks podcast.
Yeah.
Mike McGTV, PVD cast, giant battle royale, if you will, of teams competing to win the title.
It's a positive.
Yeah.
We John is finalizing all the teams. Who's hosting that? Do we have a host yet?
We're still working out the availability of one Mr. Mike McGee to find out if he will be able to host all of the games or not. And of course, our own Mr. Dan will be the judge for all of the events.
Justin will be the producer for the events, and it's going to be on all the networks we're associated with. It's going to be on Three Geeks. It's going to be on probably the PVD. It's going to be on the Scene Snobs. We want this to be out there for everybody to enjoy. We're going to record the whole thing in a week, but it's not all going to come out in a week. We're going to space it out over 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm looking forward to this because the concept John came up with is fascinating because you'll know what the initial pitch is that you have to do, but the other ones you won't know until you make that round. So you will have just a day or two to prep. And then for the finale, you're only going to have maybe a few hours, maybe a day. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to really push the envelope for a lot of folks who have competed. In fact, we're bringing back a lot of winning teams or near winning teams, if you will, in the case of myself and Brian Lau. So we're bringing near winning. That's
we came in second. It was fun. We came in second.
Are you winning adjacent? How does that work?
Asterisk, # Charlie Sheen winning.
John is going to win in the same way that the kids of today always win. It's just everybody's a winner.
That's right. Everybody gets a participation trophy. There you go.
Even if you're last place, like Team Staunchcast, you will get a participation shout out.
A certificate. We'll get a certificate printed off of Microsoft Word that shows that we won. So
Charlie's for a free slice of pie on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yep.
John's trying to buy me off of Team 3 Geeks. He's like, please come. Let's be Team
No,
Matt
that's
Talk.
not true. That's
let's
not
be
true
team,
at all.
Let's be Team Matt Talk. We can stick Max with Brian, and they can come up with the armpit shenanigans together.
Armpit shenanigans? What is
I'm
that?
kidding. It's
Yeah.
a joke. It's a joke.
Oh my goodness! Just
Armpit
throw me to the
shenanigans.
wolves, huh, John? Is that how you want to play it?
First of all, number one, that is not accurate. I just spoke to Brian last week about this March Madness tournament. He is very excited. I'm very excited, and of course, the competition is going to be stiff. It's going to be tough, but I think Team Staunchcast can at least get a victory in the first round. We're going to take it. Listen, we're going to take it round by round. So,
I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a victory in the first round too.
Well, you guys get a first round bye.
Oh, crazy how that works! Crazy how that works.
I'm going to start doing press conferences like John Tortorella. I'm going to start sitting behind a background and being okay.
We're ready. Team 3 Geeks is not afraid.
We
ain't afraid of no ghosts.
You will be. Remember, guys, you haven't seen the list of movies yet.
That is true, but
that is true.
I'm
Godspeed,
confident.
all of you.
And still, I am confident.
Dan, one thing. Wait a minute, Dan. One thing. Please make sure these movies are accessible. I don't want to have to go to some weird back channel internet dark net page to find some
John,
AKA Dan's page.
Are you not a guy who does commentary about movies on the internet where you might have to be able to see movies on the internet?
Shots fired.
Mick, already giving congratulations to Team 3 Geeks. I like it, Mick. That's how you stay ahead, bro. We'll remember you. We'll remember you when we're doing the victory speech. We're like, hey, we could have done it without Mick, who obviously
really encouraged us,
who was going to win, and played accordingly.
This is going to branch off into a thing, though. So everybody that's listening and watching, just know there's more Remake Revolution coming this year than last year. I would like to do 2 matches a month. That's my goal.
Ooh,
that'd be awesome.
Setting the bar high.
Yeah. How many teams we got in the tournament, John? Did you say?
We have so far, I believe we have 7 teams. Let me get my notes here real quick. I believe that we have 7 teams.
We have a new team joining us, twitching upstream, right?
You know what? They are not. I have not added them to the list yet. And in fact, so far, these are who we have confirmed. We have, of course, Team Staunchcast, myself and Brian Lau. Team 3 Geeks, of course, Max and Jason. The Scene Snobs, which, of course, Mick Manhattan, and, of course, Casey as well. We have Jack Wallace and Steve Steiner returning. Of course, I can't remember their team name from the infamous Showgirls episode. Yeah. Ryan Seymour and Victor Dandridge joining us as well. They are confirmed. I forget again their team name from the glorious remake of The Toxic Avenger. So far that's it. We're still finalizing a few other folks, and you just said switching upstream is the other team that I will pencil in.
I'm pretty sure that's who I've been talking to in the chat.
You'll never know.
Well, you'll know when Chris Hansen shows up at your door. You'll know that you weren't talking to the right person. I don't know.
Who's that beer for?
So I see you've watched some movies. You watched some movies. You have some opinions. Please have a seat. Have a seat. Let's talk about your opinions.
Have a seat.
It's turned real dark, guys.
It did. It got real dark. We will see. I'll continue to explain.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to this now. This is going to be great.
Probably a week before before the tournament. Dan will announce the first round movies on the 3 Geeks podcast. So,
So the idea, the concept behind it is that the champions get a first round bye, and then there will be a series of first round matchups. And again, they're kind of based on regions like the NCAA basketball program is. So we'll draw seeds. A representative from each team will have to draw seeds. We'll just do it through a deck of cards. The top seed, not 3 Geeks. You guys are already getting the first round bye.
Yeah, bet on 3 Geeks round 1, baby.
That's right. We're putting the belt on the line. That's the least you could do.
Right. The first seed and the lowest seed will go 1-on-1, maybe in the West. And that West, for an example, if I don't know what Dan's picked, but let's just say, for an example, that Dan has picked Spring Breakers as the movie for the Western.
Oh, now I gotta go remake that list.
Oh man, you already let it go.
Anyways, so that would be the movie that those two teams would have to remake. Then seeds 2 and 3 would have to remake another movie. 4 and 5 would have to remake another one. And from there, the winners move on. But then the winners that move on will have a shorter amount of time. Maybe they might have 3 or 4 days. We still have to map out the schedule in order to reappear and, again, pitch another movie. And then if those go on to the semifinals, we're going to shorten it down to maybe like 24 hours, 36 hours. You got to be able to come up with another pitch on those same ideas of course, the plot pitch, writer, director, cast, marketing. All right. And I think
can we put that trash talk up, because I got something to say. Can you put this little trash talk up? Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, that's just something I just gotta put you. I just gotta. You're over here. We're gonna need you over there. I'm gonna get you there. Or not? I guess not.
Jason, you're not pulling that up?
What am I pulling up?
Mick's comment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too many monitors over there.
See, Mick, winners don't need buys; they get them. Okay, so
they earn them.
Yes, so we already had the buy because we won so much. So that's you can't be the greatest of all time with one little tiny itty bitty win. So I like your bravado, but just sit down. It's not. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. You haven't even taken on the champions yet. So that's just don't be puffing up your chest just yet. Casey's good, but he ain't that good. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Dang! Shots fired.
Hey, Mick, I think Casey should come on as a French filmmaker this time around. I'd like to do that. I'd like to see that character.
Oh my God, what range Casey has.
Take me like one of your French guys.
It wasn't my show, Mick. It wasn't my show. That's Mike's show, Mike McG TV. This is all from Mike McG TV.
Yeah, this is all before we took over doing anything. We won.
We won. We just win. That's all we do. So
and one of the best.
To be fair, like I've never won my own show, so I don't want to hear it, Mick.
That's true.
See, Dan loses all the time.
Yeah, I lose all the time because I make awesome movies and then, but no, that's got to be socially conscious and
shots fired.
He's not bitter about that at all. He's not.
Man,
bitter about
I am quite bitter about that, honestly.
He is very vocal about his bitterness.
I gotta say, the match I want to see more than anything is Brian Lau versus Dan in a 1-on-1.
The battle of the weird.
I think Dan can take that one.
I mean,
but I kind of want to see what Brian comes up with without John telling him no.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I have to be the voice of reason many times. Many times.
Oh,
so,
man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I hope we come up against the Steam Stops. I hope we do, because I just can't wait to trounce them.
Dang.
Hey,
I got to remake the whole list right now with that.
Look,
yeah, John went ahead and ruined everything.
Yeah, really. Can you make sure everything's on Netflix, please?
John, go ahead and share your story.
Do you think, since we're still waiting on Chris?
Yeah, no, it's fine. You know
Go for it.
All right,
we
here
like
go.
your weird stories.
Well, it's because, hey, man, in the mornings, I like to turn on, I'll give a cheap plug. I like to turn on CD 92.9 and listen to Brian Phillips, and oftentimes he does news of the weird. And so that's where a lot of these come from. But apparently this story is not so weird as it just blew up. Apparently in Sacramento, California, there was a woman, a married woman who has 2 kids, who decided to open up her own OnlyFans. And apparently the school found out about it, and they kicked her 2 kids out of the Catholic school because mom has a OnlyFans page, which I kind of think, like, number one, the kids have nothing to do with that. So
Right,
shouldn't
that's
your
not
beef
cool.
be with the mom? Right?
That's not cool. And like, I mean, I guess her money don't spend. That's just it.
Well,
Right.
when you
Her
mentioned that,
money
Max,
don't spend.
would you like to know how much she's pulling in a month?
Probably a lot more than
More than me.
some of that too.
I'll tell you that right now.
150K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy the school. Just buy the school.
That's what my point was. I'm like, what if that's before taxes, right? So I kind of did some math, and you factor in taxes and OnlyFans fee and all that jazz. She's still clearing like 40 grand a month. I'm like, I would every day walk past that school and go, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?" And just give them money because they must not like money.
Oh no, yeah.
So what is your fees for OnlyFans, Dan? John, sorry. I mean,
about $5, you know, and a dirty sock.
Thank you. I'm glad you rolled with it.
What gets me is that, like, it's a Catholic church. Like, isn't forgiveness supposed to be your deal? Like,
hello, Mary Magdalene, right?
But you're dealing with a religion that says that you are responsible for original sin. So,
true.
Yeah,
I mean,
Justin, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that Jesus dude would have just said, "Hey, like, maybe you need to try to get her in the church more instead of on the OnlyFans. Like, maybe she's going there for something that somebody wholesome could provide for her. You know, like, I don't know, but like they
in fact, give me some pics too.
They're quick to judge and not quick to forgive, which is like against like the whole thing that they're supposed to be about.
2 bullet points, Justin. From what it said, like, I guess 20% goes automatically to the company OnlyFans right off the bat. And secondly, I mean, she admitted that, you know, she's married. She's been married for a very long time to her husband. They have the 2 kids, and her and her husband were like, "Let's do it just for fun. You know, let's do an OnlyFans. You know, I'll dress up in my lingerie and you could take photos." And it's not like it's, you know. It again, going back to what you said, Max, it's 2 people in love who are consensual, doing what they want to do. So they're putting it out on the internet. They're making mad stacks.
Like, what is wrong with this? This is Christianity and America and freedom and all this shit. Like why do you have a problem? Like, how do you kick the kids out of school? The children.
Even if you don't like what the mom is doing, like, why punish the children?
Exactly.
What did they do? What did they do?
It's not like they're in their mom's
Unless the kids
OnlyFans videos.
Yeah, like the kids are the fucking filming the OnlyFans videos. Like, no, mom, lift your leg up more. That's.
Oh, come on.
I mean, come the fuck on. Like, what?
That's awful.
What did those kids do? Were they like sneaking their parents in for some location OnlyFans films? Like,
stop.
Dan, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't even know at this point.
Oh my God, those poor children, those poor rich children.
Rich children.
They're going to public school with their Lamborghinis and be like, "Yeah, we get kids out of private school."
Hey, you know what though? She's gonna find another private school to enroll her kids in that aren't so judgy.
Yeah,
the
money gonna spend. That money is gonna spend. Those rich kids, they got it real rough having to change schools. But
yeah.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
So on another news story, apparently there was this kind of like a campground in Alaska, like down in southern Alaska, not clear up in the, you know, we only have daylight 1 hour a day type of Alaska, but down south. Apparently this lady
south of the wall.
What?
South of the wall.
What?
I don't even know what.
Game of Thrones.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I'm sorry.
How dare you call yourself geeks?
Anywho, a lady and her husband or boyfriend were camping out. She decided to go to the bathroom. There were outhouses, like they had all these outhouses lined up. She went in, she dropped trowel, and she sat down, and a bear was in the outhouse and ripped her in
he was
the
in the
ass.
crap part of the outhouse. He was down in the.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's like, this isn't honey.
Well, they discovered
no, it is not.
He's getting sued for his OnlyFans.
Hey, boo-boo, this honey pot
like,
smells.
That is like the third scariest, most disgusting thing that could possibly happen. Like,
So now I'm curious, what's 1 and 2?
This is the legend of
One
shit
is
bear.
your friend Fuzzy tipping you over while you're in one, and you jump out real quick before it hits the ground. That may or may not have
Oddly
happened.
specific, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what 1 and 2 are, but I know that this can't be the grossest and most scariest, but it's got to be top 3. You know, so like there's no hard list, but when I hear 1 and 2, I'll know.
So this lady runs out and she tells her significant other, and he goes in with a flashlight and he shines the flashlight, and there's the bear sticking up through the hole.
Time to
and
go.
so they reported it to the campground. Huh?
So time
he
to
got
go.
in because well, they had like this, because there were multiple outhouses, they had like this channel down below that they had dug underneath for all of the poop and pee.
Yeah.
And they had left the cap off, or somehow the bear got the cap off at the end and just started walking through the tunnel.
Oh no!
Oh man, it's not like in a wrong turn. Like, I feel bad for the bear now.
Bears smell
Yeah,
like,
really. Poor thing.
Bears smell like 200 or 300 times better than dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, dogs get butts, so whatever.
That's true. That's true too. Like maybe it's just not a disgusting smell to the bear, but wow, that's terrifying. Like I've sat on many a porta potty in my day, and that is fucking terrifying.
I've hovered above many a porta potty.
If I can avoid a porta potty, I avoid the porta potty. It's like
I do too.
It's like the heated. It's like a heated death little.
I mean, I guess
square.
like, this is an outhouse, not a porta
With bears.
So, like, I mean, being fair, like there's no like, blue liquid, you know, because I'm like, I like the first I pictured the bear's paw coming out of a porta potty, right? Like all blue and shit in it and fucking, you know, the bear claws coming out of there. I was like, that would be fucking terrifying. But you know, like
bear claws.
You know, it's an outhouse situation, so like it's more, you know, like permanent. But yeah, and there's no blue liquid in an outhouse. So yeah.
Forever unclean.
For real. Like that fucking bear. None of the other bears are gonna let him play any reindeer games. That's for fucking.
I didn't take a shower for an hour.
Yeah, and I'm also wondering if maybe he got in, if it's true. Like, and again, the story wasn't 100% clear as to how the bear got in the channel, but I'm wondering if they cleaned it out. And that's why, you know what I mean, that some company had cleaned it out. Maybe that's why they left the cap open, and maybe the bear was like, "Oh, what's here?"
No fucking. Yeah, that shit smell is gotta like. I mean, it's gotta be like.
Yeah. It's gotta stay.
You know.
I mean,
you know, like there's no how much, like how many years of shit, like before like how long before the cleaning company comes through, like.
That's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
You know, like dirty jobs with Mike Rowe. He like pulls up to the scene.
Yeah.
Like,
you all don't pay me nearly enough.
That's the last episode, man. He just goes in there. The bear comes running after him.
Have you heard about our scholarships?
I'm oh my
I'm doing voiceover work from now on.
Oh my god, that would be it. I'd be done too. Like no, that's
yeah.
Goddamn right.
Anytime I meet a bear in anything, I'm
after you told me to crawl into this shit tunnel, are you serious?
See, I think this should be a horror movie.
When the shit tunnel is not the worst part of your day.
It's the Pooh Bear.
You can somehow make this. You can somehow make this into like when Whack-A-Mole whacks back, and it's like bears coming out of the shitter.
With bear fucking claws coming out of the shitter, dude.
Whack-A-Mole, the movie. The Whack-A-Mole strikes back.
Wait, Dan, what if the bears somehow all become like aware? And like, so you have an opening scene inside this giant cavern. Where there's like a bear go, for years they have hunted us. For years they have shit on us. But now we shall have a revenge.
He woke bears.
Like the bears have been living there for just getting shat on for years and years. Like they dug a hole into a bear den.
We've taken one too many dookies to the face.
Oh my god.
Do not go to the light.
This is a 3 Geeks production. 3 Geeks fucking horror.
Pooh Bear. Like you've never seen it before.
I think that might be a lawsuit.
Yeah, probably.
Pooh Bear.
Oh.
Or we could just have like the shit emoji and then the bear, like bear.
There you go.
This is a retelling of Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
She did not like that porridge.
No.
I mean, this seat is too cold. This seat is too hot. This has a bear in it. Ah!
This one is just right. It's like the bears come
and to bring it full
home.
circle,
Like,
the star of
Mom,
this horror movie is The Rock.
There's a girl in my house.
I was thinking the same thing, John. I feel like The Rock should be
Dude, that's it, because I can see The Rock beating the shit out of a bear, pun intended. Anyways,
Let's want to get a little bit more on the bear side. Let Tom Hardy be the guy the bear attacks. And that would
There you
happen
go.
to him in The Revenant.
That wasn't him.
That was Leo DiCaprio.
That wasn't him.
Oh, then put Leo in there. The remake.
As a
Actually,
cameo.
that story never really happened. So,
Yeah.
But I want to see The Rock grab a bear and give it the rock bottom, and then rip off his sleeve of his jacket and drop the people's elbow. That's what I want to see on a bear.
Is that him wiping a bear's bottom at this point?
Yeah.
That's what I like about the rock bottom. It can't
Looks like a bonobo chimp when he's done.
You'll be clean.
Oh my goodness, forever.
By the way, Pete, no bears will be harmed in the filming of this.
No.
Just its pride.
Just its
Even
pride.
the one that the rock
Dignity.
hits at the rock bottom was not actually harmed.
What dignity?
Like
and then at the end of the movie, the Rock and the bear get their own OnlyFans.
Buddy cop.
Yeah, I would like to
They
find
get their own buddy cop show.
Yeah, but then they would kick the poor Rock's children out of Catholic school.
Yeah. They're unclean. That bear will never be clean.
No, say it ain't so. Those poor rich children.
However they survive.
Oh my God. They're going to have to go to some private school. Those poor bastards.
I like that we've gotten better at like matching stories together. Because like months ago, it was just the Black Lightning guy stabbed somebody on their birthday, and that was most of it. This was like a 20-minute like roundabout.
I'll tell you this right now: Black Lightning, sadly, in its final season on the CW, is really damn good. I'm digging it. Like,
I am really
heavy shit, man. It's
you know
really
what,
good.
John? Waking up and hearing positive about Superman and Lois from like pretty much everyone made me very happy. I haven't watched it yet.
When does that air? Does that air on Fridays?
I think it's Tuesdays.
It's Tuesdays. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't know why they decided to end Black Lightning because it to me has been one of the best shows on the CW.
Can it be related to the stabbing?
No,
yeah.
Anywho, Black Lightning did not stab anybody.
Got him.
But it's been really good. If you like Black Lightning, throw it in the comments. Let us know. What do you think of this current season and the final season of Black Lightning? I really dig it. They're dealing with some because I think the one thing that I like is that I don't want to ruin things, but there was a death last season, and now Black Lightning has to deal with that, like emotionally and mentally. And I think that's something that's most of the time overlooked in superhero shows. You know, oh, somebody died. Okay, I'm sad, and then they move on. but this has got lingering effects, which I think adds a nice other level to the character of Jefferson Pierce.
Well, you know what, John?
On the
I
other
got to
hand.
ask you a question. Do you think Black Lightning should be taught in schools?
Oh my God!
Sorry, I was bringing it full circle.
You were, yeah, you were.
It's,
On the other hand, if you
was
like
not a
White
good
Lightning,
circle.
please send me some.
Okay,
White Lightning, is White Lightning code for cocaine?
Black tar.
No, the character. Black Lightning, like Malcolm X. A totally fictional character.
Oh my God!
I'm totally confused. What the fuck? I'm totally confused.
Those are
Really, this is not a joke. I'm more confused than I was last night. Okay? Saying something. 'Cause I was pretty fucking confused.
Jason was making a joke. Like we were talking earlier about the civil rights people, like being taught in school. He's like, should Black Lightning, because his name is Black Lightning, should he be taught in schools as well, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all that? And then
he could be the fifth black person you talk about.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. First of all, I just like to throw this out here, and this is not me bragging, but because of my love of hip hop, I knew a
John
lot
knows
about
4 black people. That's what he wants to come
Wow.
on.
God.
Because of his love of hip hop,
I knew more than 4 black,
and Max is one of them.
Yeah,
so
I
just
made
be
five.
grateful that we know.
No, he knows
Just
more
the
than 4
worst.
because I made 5. That was the fifth.
What? Not Slim Shady? What are you telling me?
Nick, I'm not sure you want to join this battle royale.
Nick, is that a Snorlax hoodie?
I'm wearing a Snorlax onesie.
Yay!
I love you.
Mick.
I am so jelly of your Snorlax onesie.
There is a method to my madness of why I wear this, and I will
So
explain that.
You and Dan never talked in that private chat where I said love each other. So why don't you tell Dan why you're wearing a Snorlax onesie?
Why do you think I came dressed to impress, sir? So I have a new show starting up. It is a horror podcast. It is called The Final Onesies Horror Podcast, where all of us wear onesies as we talk horror. And anyone who guests has to talk horror. Now, Dan, it's a rotating shift, so anytime you want to come in and host with us, you are more than welcome.
You gotta get a onesie for it.
Dan probably already has
have a onesie though. No,
you gotta go get a onesie, dude.
I am 6'8", 9,000 pounds, and I had to have this shipped from China, specially made, with extra circus tent layered.
The canvas is strong.
I mean, okay. You only see me from my moobs up. I mean, can I just pretend I have a onesie?
Oh no, we make you stand. And you got to show us.
Yeah, you got to.
Everybody's
show
got to
onesie.
We keep you honest. On
So that's cool. You do like half fashion show, half horror podcast. I dig it.
Mick's like, Dan do the onesie? And I'm like, yes, Dan is the one person on this podcast that I pretty much confidently say would do a onesie.
First of all, I had a badass Snorlax onesie. I would rock that.
Yeah.
Maybe a Chewbacca onesie.
I'd get him with the, the plastic
what I'm thinking.
feet.
It even has little like mittens that I can.
Oh, dude. Oh, come on.
So,
Mick, when will all this be on your OnlyFans page?
Mick,
right?
Send me where you got that from.
You're gonna take my kids to Catholic school. What the hell?
John, Mick can't do an OnlyFans because then his kids won't be allowed to go to school anymore. Didn't we learn that today?
You're going to learn today.
Well, we're
the
Scene Synopsis teamed up with MutantFam.com. Now, if anybody's familiar with Joe Bob Briggs in The Last Drive-In, his faithful groupies, if I may, are called the Mutant Fam. And a lot of the higher ups that kind of work with them and do that came to me and said, "Let's get something started." We did a show a little while back called the Pregame Show, but now we're starting something new. So we went with this. We got a little gimmick going. We thought it'd be fun to get people in onesies, because what's better than wearing pajamas when you're hanging out watching horror movies?
Wearing pajamas when you're hanging out watching anything else, literally.
Except Star Wars, right, Hater?
No. Star Wars.
I love it, buddy. I got to roll with it, especially before the tournament.
I mean,
Sand always gets in my
kind of light on
onesie.
my Star Wars fandom that I can't look away from, but it's okay. Like, I still know that I love Star Wars. There is some Star Wars for me. I still know that. You can't take that away from me.
I'll try to, though.
We will be premiering the first episode this week. Got a lot of stuff going on this week, and Jason was very nice to invite me on. I know I'm not Chris Candy, but I am a piece of eye candy. Am I right?
In that onesie, you sure are, bud.
I should just address the elephant in the room and say that I think there's been a mix-up with the time change with Chris and I's emails, so I'll just get him on a later date. There's still a chance he could show up. It's at 1:30.
I think he heard our commercials and was like,
because he
that's what I'm.
Now he confirmed, and then I think it's just time change, which is fine. It happens.
He's like, oh, sorry, because of daylight savings time, I missed you.
He's California, right?
Yeah,
He's Chicago,
California.
Okay, so he's probably that throws everybody off, that California time. Yeah,
it's cool.
Or he saw the little babies commercial. And was like, I'm not going on that podcast.
Wow.
It's not like we didn't just spend the last half hour pretending we had stuff to talk about if Chris didn't show up, and we did a pretty good job.
We had stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I take offense to that.
I resemble that remark.
Really?
Mick, I don't know. Do you want to talk about the fundraiser really quick?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. We're doing what I've coined a fundathon, since we have no telephones. We're doing an 8-hour fundraiser event called the Save Brady Fundathon. It's March 5th, this Friday. Starts at 6 p.m., goes till 2 a.m. We have a great list of shows going to be on. You guys, of course, included in that. Not PVD. They don't answer my calls. You didn't get there yet. It's all good. One day you'll be big enough to talk to the PBD cast. I mean, I've talked to Kevin Bacon, but I can't get John Orlando on the phone. I don't know.
You know what? It's because I hadn't let my publicist and my whole staff here at Casa de Orlando, my secretaries, my groundskeepers, the guy that takes care of the ice rink, I hadn't let them all go because of COVID. So I'm scrambling.
If you need a publicist, I used to have a producing replacement that is now turned into a publicist. Champ was be happy to help you.
Okay, good. Put me in contact with him, please.
I was a little disgruntled, a little angry.
Chris Candy's on his way.
All right.
I'm
talking to Kevin Bacon to talk to John Orlando. Okay, you need to use the right.
That's a 6 degrees. Yeah, I got to get to John.
Mick, you're welcome to stick around if you want to meet him. Nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll say hi. I'll say hi and tell him, hey, jump on the Save Brady fundraiser. No, I'm not going to do that. I would never do that. That's messed up. And anybody who does do that, which I've seen on shows, sucks. But I will say this: the fundraiser is going to be a lot of fun. We got a great lineup of plans. We're going to try and raise all the funds to help Brady, which is a puppy that needs a surgery to remove his eye because he was born with a bad infection. And we don't want it to spread. He's the puppy of one of our hosts on the Scene Snobs from Carpool Shenanigans, Mitch. So we want to do all we can to help him out.
Okay.
All right.
Save the dogs.
What hour are we? 7:30 to 8:30?
You're asking me questions. I don't have the answers.
7:30 to 8:30. The Three Geeks podcast will be discussing best animals in films and television.
Top five.
Yeah, you guys got a full hour. There were a lot of people I had to just say, you got 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's why I hope we have
I've been very fortunate where a lot of people are coming out to help, and it's been truly amazing. So.
Yeah, hopefully it's more than just me and Max there, or it'll be like 15 minutes and we'll have to scramble for something else.
I'll show up.
That's what we're good at.
Oh, don't worry. Casey and I will definitely jump in. We're going to be hosting the event all night. So we'll be there all night, but yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah, and starting next weekend, we're going to be on all of the Scene Snobs channels. And it's going to be super excited.
I don't even think I knew that.
Every single one of their shows.
Yes, you did. Remember, I'm going to start using
No, I know you said it. I just don't. I didn't think about it. I'm not against it.
We're gonna have to have a discussion
He's against it. He hates it, guys.
I think there's a hostile takeover.
One thing I know, right? Oh God, I'm unprotected. Where's Champ? Champ, get my security on the line.
It's too late.
I want to give shout out to one of your hosts on a great show last week. I loved listening to it, and I was on the Von Erichs. Yes, nice. John Orlando from the PVD cast. That was a great interview, man. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Steve Goldstein was a lot of fun to talk to because I am a world-class mark. Like, there's no two ways about it. As a kid growing up, I loved wrestling, period. But while all the other kids like would sit at the bus stop and talk about Hulk Hogan and you know all the WWF guys, I was the weird kid that was like, yeah, well, here's what. First of all, that's an inappropriate picture.
Why is it appropriate?
So
I worked so hard on that thing.
It's inappropriate because it makes fun of me, Justin. That's why. But I was the weird kid that was like, yeah, that's great. But did you see the Von Erichs of the Freebirds on World Class? And these kids would look at me like, what the hell are you talking about, man? Just to me, like World Class, that was very chaotic. And as a kid, like I liked that. Like I love the unpredictability of it. Where WWF was always, you just knew what was going to happen every week. It was going to be, here's 7 matches, you know, Hercules versus John Smith. Well, there ain't no way John Smith is winning because he looks, you know, terrible. He has no physique.
There's a chance. You got to believe in yourself, bud.
You know, yeah,
okay,
but with the Von Erichs,
not how it works, Max.
with World Class, like you
There's
never
a man
knew,
backstage,
you know?
and he's called the Booker.
He's mad at you.
Yeah, so I just
and now you lose.
It was great. It was also a wild tale too. So there was some weird stuff that went on with that project. So definitely, yeah, check out Steve Goldstein's episode on the PVD cast. Thanks, Mick. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I think you're going to get my Show of the Week award this week.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
I love that one, man. It's such a good time.
Podcast. I mean, like, nothing against John. You know, but like this episode we're putting down right now is fucking gold. So
yeah,
you guys were definitely in the running. If you had Chris Candy on,
if you actually had our guest, it would have gone better. I see.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
you can't promise me the sky and
Nick, you
deliver some grass.
He's cutting it deep.
Mick, we've given you the most controversial podcast that's been on Scene Snobs this week.
I know. I'm getting all the emails.
We talked about the 4 people you learn about that are African American in school.
Matt, wait, Nick, who's the 4 African American folks you learned about?
Oh my god!
No, just kidding.
I can tell you that. I know that. I went to Catholic school too, so I could tell you right now.
There's only 3
George
there,
Washington Carver.
Good one.
Okay.
Rosa Parks.
Okay.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
And one of my teachers was black. Does that count?
I mean, like if that's what you like, if at some point in time the teacher was like, "You see, I'm a black person and I'm doing just fine," then like moved on, like that counts. I'll count it.
But she was only allowed to say that during the month of February.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want that point that everybody who groaned when I said that. That is not a testament to my feelings. That is what the school system.
No. Mick, I was just surprised at George Washington Carver because I would just feel like
that's deep cuts.
He's like, I don't want to say it, like he's not like one of the
ones
like I feel like.
Richards.
You know, most kids, if you ask them who George Washington Carver is, they think he invented the peanut.
Yes.
Yeah.
He invented the peanut.
Of course.
That's as far as schools get. Oh, do you like peanuts? Well, thank you to George Washington Carver.
Hey,
man, peanuts aren't nothing.
Do you like peanut butter? There you go.
George I didn't even learn that. I didn't even learn that.
If it wasn't for Boogie Down Productions, Public Enemy, I probably would have just went with the 4 that I was taught about, which were Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., and I'm trying to remember who the 4th one would have been.
I top Max.
There were no controversial ones. No UEP Newton. No Malcolm X.
Why would they do that? The
I don't know.
might rise up.
John, I taught Max about hip hop when we were young.
Yeah, for sure. That's legit, 100% statement. Like no lie.
I introduced Max to many black people.
That's not even a joke. I knew about the Fresh Prince because he was on TV.
Oh Jesus! Now we're getting controversial.
Oh my goodness! Hey,
And I'll tell you what, I don't count Harriet Tubman as being taught in school because all they say is Harriet Tubman created the Underground Railroad.
She was such a badass.
They don't.
She was.
Yeah, they don't tell you all her awesome exploits going on.
Oh my goodness!
And she was almost played by Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the best thing you can say about Harriet Tubman.
Wait, I'm ignorant of this
almost played by
How the hell did that
happen?
Listen,
Jason, what are you talking about?
That is sad indeed.
It's not whitewashing if you're a Pretty Woman, right?
Right? No, she played a hooker.
Julia Roberts said no, but the studios wanted to get Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman because she was a big deal at the time.
Like in blackface?
The second choice was Dennis Franz. So.
Dennis Franz.
He's wearing this wig and like more of a bodysuit. He's be like, I'm Harriet.
Hey Dan. Dan, when Dennis Franz comes to Columbus to visit the Mark Wahlberg Chevrolet dealership, your ass is his.
Oh man,
he's coming for you.
Oh, it is over. He's
coming for you.
Dude,
Wahlberg's gonna show up, right? They're gonna be like, "Hey, do you want to see the new line of this guy?" He's like, "No, we're the hell of the Three Geeks guys. That's why I'm here."
Dude, when the Marky Mark entourage rolls up, just like accept your fate, dude. Don't it's over.
You know, it's fair. If Dennis Franz wanted to kick my ass, I'd let him. Like that's something you could take with you.
Do you have an opportunity to fight back? Like Dennis Franz is coming.
Well, I mean, no.
Fight back?
You don't have to fight back. You just have to run. I mean, he's a big dude. He's
that's
old,
the entourage is for.
I mean,
that's why he's showing up with Marky Mark so he can get the entourage to chase your ass down.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Your own hole.
You're escalating, running your ass over.
That's not a good plan. And I'm not a fan of running because I feel like you only die tired.
Yeah.
That's not like Die Rich or Die Trying.
No. It's like if you're in a horror movie and you're like the second or third guy, you're definitely going to die, but like you still run. I'm like, nah, man. Like, no, you're definitely dead. Just
you just don't know it yet.
Now you're just tired and you're dead. Like, and then you're dead. Like you didn't have to even get tired. Like, just give it up.
Jesus.
On a completely other note,
it's got dark.
Does anybody know what 750 grams is in English measurement?
Imperial? Oh.
Yes.
No.
750 grams.
This is a very random question, Dan.
Where is this coming from?
How am I supposed to order a onesie if I don't know if I fit in that?
I love how he's immediately researching a onesie. Thank you.
Yes.
I hope it's a Dennis Franz onesie.
No, but that would be awesome. It'd be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, put his face on, like
We will accept rompers too. You can wear your romper.
750 grams is 1.65347 pounds.
Now, question, Mick. Are you talking about Dan would have to wear a romper?
What the fuck?
Who would have to wear
a romper like Lena Dunham used to wear on Girls? Those type of rompers, because that would be a sight for sore eyes.
I didn't watch Girls because I'm not a fancy man. With HBO,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. With HBO, all you HBO users out there, watching.
You don't have HBO Max?
No, I do now. I'm just messing with you. I just didn't want
I was going to say.
Do you think everyone listening just raises a little bit?
Join us in the 21st century where there's HBO Max. and it is
If there's
affordable.
one person who annoys me more than anything, it's Lena Dunham's face.
It's not even anything about her personality or her acting or anything. It's just her face.
Just her
You know what?
face.
I just don't like it.
She just looks like she's just disgusted by every man she sees.
I mean, is she wrong?
Drew Barrymore is that way for me.
No. Don't you besmirch Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Those are fighting words, my
How
friend.
dare you, sir? Put Drew Barrymore and Lena Dunham in the same category.
You don't have to like her,
but
don't
that's in
besmirch
spite.
her name. Look at Lena Dunham's face. It's horrid. Not ugly.
Okay.
I'm not calling her ugly. I'm saying it's horrid. That's how she looks.
We're just gonna get an entourage of like random celebrities.
Mick has been canceled.
I'm just gonna look
We're
at
just
you.
gonna get an entourage of like random celebrities to kick our asses now.
I'm looking at everybody you talk, just the way she looks at me.
You're fired,
Dan,
and you're fired, and
Dan,
you're fired, and you're fired.
No.
Dan, I'm gonna get out of this because I will say this. I watched the first 2 seasons of Girls, and it was good. I actually enjoyed it.
Okay.
The 3rd season, it just falls off the rails, but
All right.
I enjoyed Girls. So
Everybody do me a favor. Everybody do me a favor. Take turns and shout out an emotion.
Anger.
Happy.
Confusion.
That's just Lena Dunham's face. All of it.
I really wish I had that show Girls poster.
Oh God, no.
John Orlando. What
I
kind of
thought
name is
all that shit
Orlando?
got retired.
Why would you like Orlando? Florida is for liberals. No, it's not. Florida man's a
I
liberal.
don't know.
He can't afford a gun, so he's.
Yeah, that makes you liberal.
Florida man is just Florida man, sir.
I love Florida man.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
See the
He is
headline
so
about
much fun.
Man. God, let me pull it up because it's freaking hysterical.
what are you pulling up?
Alabama man drives to Florida. He drives to Florida, breaks into a Florida home, and then steals everything, and then just throws it in a river. And then then he gets arrested, and they were just like, "It's the most Florida man thing an Alabama man's ever done."
Yes,
it's just hysterical.
Live in a house down by the river.
Oh, you're talking about Batwoman?
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no.
Oh,
Batwoman.
Poor Batwoman, just giving it a try.
That was so sad.
You know, I'm glad she knows hobo foo though. You know, like
Yeah.
she had all that training.
Season 2 of Batwoman is going to be the 5th person they teach you in schools every February.
No, that goes to Black Lightning. We've already discussed that.
Oh man,
Black Lightning's the man.
But he's been stabbing people. You got to add somebody else.
Thank you, Mick. Isn't it so good?
It's the only DC show. Well, no, I like Superman and Lois. I like the first episode, so I'm giving it a chance. It's the only DC CW show that is good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't do it. Like John's been saying it's good for the longest time, but like I'm so burnt out on CW shows. I can't make myself watch it. Like there's just nothing that comes on the CW that I'm interested to watch ever.
I haven't watched any of them, so I'm excited. I watched Batwoman. That was the one I watched all the way through the first season. I have no interest in the second season, but Superman. I like that they canceled Supergirl because they got Superman. They're like, all right, we got Superman now. Supergirl can go away. But the concept of Superman and Lois is fascinating to me.
Yeah,
Superman with his kids and Lois. I'm glad that we're getting an adult Superman. We don't have to go through the origin again, and
poor Supergirl. Like, what did she ever do?
Yeah,
that's the problem, right?
Hey there, second fiddle. You know what we call you?
What did she ever do? Well, she did have a movie in the 80s.
She's
Hey,
adorable.
I find Melissa Benoist to be adorable.
She is adorable.
Not adorable enough to stay on television, apparently.
Dang!
You know what kind of face Melissa Benoist doesn't have?
Stop it!
Oh God!
I think Justin's gonna call his therapist when the show's over.
This hurts my feelings so bad.
Oh my goodness!
I eat my
The
feelings.
therapist is like, "Why did you go back on there? I told you to stay away from those
This is
people."
the third time.
Justin's like, they actually taught the other guys about black people in school. I didn't learn about any.
Listen, the only thing I learned outside of school as in school grade was Wu-Tang Forever. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
In Arsenio Hall.
And I didn't need a white guy like Jason to teach me that.
Yeah.
Max is so pissed, and I can see it in his.
No, Jason never taught me about Wu-Tang. That wasn't something we got into.
Well, but that was a friend that isn't really a friend.
That was actually, that was my black friend. My black friend taught me about Wu-Tang.
I didn't know about Wu-Tang.
I had one in high school.
The hip
Allow
hop.
me to introduce you then to my friend John Orlando.
My,
Everything you need to know.
my elementary school hip hop was pretty basic. It was like crisscross.
Yeah,
team.
I was down for some crisscross.
And then middle school it switched. I got into Coolio and Tupac and Snoop and Dre and then
So whatever was on
high
the
school is when I
box,
got into Wu-Tang.
whatever was playing on the box. Do you remember that old music video channel, the box where it would
Yes.
just scroll through and you could
Yes.
you could call and type in a number and they would play you the video.
Yes, I do remember that.
It was the best. And I remember when Puffy made "I'll Be Missing You," and it just played non-stop.
Oh my god!
And you everywhere. So if you turned on like VH1 or you turned on MTV, it was on. And
Oh,
you just-
jeez.
this is what killed MTV playing music videos. This and TRL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like TRL. They didn't even play a portion of the video. It's like, all right, you get about 3 seconds of the video, and then it's like, hey, I'm Carson Daly in a room with a bunch of people. Like, oh my god, yeah, no, TRL.
I remember that.
See, I think my elementary school hip hop was Run DMC.
How old are you?
He's old.
I'm 35.
He's old.
I did it to dead stop. Please keep going. I was just messing with you.
The reason John and I are going to tour nursing homes with Matt Talks because John's about to be in one.
Shut up. Just because I got to get a hip replacement next week doesn't mean I'm old.
Dude, no. The hip is bad. Like, when you reach a certain age, you need to get, like, the popcorn wrap that they put in packages and just wrap that shit around your hip. Because
No, it won't help you. I pulled like my freaking groin rolling over in bed.
Oh,
like,
dude,
there's no.
I pulled a month.
I'm going on 2 weeks with a bad left hip. I'm not making that up. All because I decided to skate a bunch of days on my rink, and now I got a bad left hip.
Now I'm broken.
Now I'm broken.
Apparently.
I hope you had fun. We're just gonna take John out to pasture and shoot him. It's over. It's
Jesus.
done.
Only it's because we love you.
Once the leg goes, there's no point. I mean, come on. Like, let's just call it what
John,
it is.
just look at the flowers. Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers.
George says we had Superman and Lois TV show a long time ago. Snoozer. This is not the same
like
as
that one.
Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, though. Like, I've heard this one is. I love Lois and Clark too, Dan. I've heard this is.
Yeah.
I like Smallville too, Dan. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I've heard Superman and Lois is really good. That's all I got. I can't tell you if it's good.
I just feel like sick to my stomach every time somebody mentions Smallville. Like
Smallville.
I think of Smallville the same way Mick Manhattan thinks of Lena Dunham's face.
I remember I came to Wizard.
I got a bit for you. Ask Lena Dunham a question.
Wait, wasn't John about to tell us the story before we sidetracked him?
Probably about his ice rink.
Just about his ice rink.
Well, I don't remember what the story was. I have no idea. No idea. No clue what we were going to talk about.
Let me talk about this ice rink some more.
I don't remember what we were going to talk about.
I remember when we were at Comic-Con and Max was right in front of the small Smallville like podium thing. He was just making fun of it. People are walking in to Smallville stuff, and we have a large man just yelling insults about Smallville. I'm like, are we about to get beat up? Because it seems like we're about to get beat up.
All of a sudden, Smallville, Kansas is the center of the entire fucking universe. Everybody comes through Smallville, Kansas. It makes sense. Totally makes sense. The show was good.
Listen,
you know what made that show better? If they had a Smallville hockey team.
It would be better if they had a Smallville fucking budget.
Terrible.
Did you call it Smellville?
Yeah,
Smellville.
All right, Max,
Stop the
I
beer
can take
talking.
all of the other controversial stuff you said, but not about Smallville.
Them are fighting words.
That's
my
a
goodness.
dumb place to stop.
Yeah, like,
Weird line, Jason.
we're gonna die on this.
Sorry.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The support we've gotten on Libsyn in the last 48 hours has been amazing. Thanks to everybody in India that has suddenly jumped on the Three Geeks train. We love you.
Fuck yeah.
Mick will be back soon, and we can't wait to entertain you guys some more.
Recycle your droids.
Oh, that was the end?
Or
I wasn't
don't.
done saying goodbye yet.
I thought we were done.
Oh,
I was going to let Mick mention the dog again.
My fault.
Wow.
No, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Save Brady Fundathon, which is this coming Friday, March 5th. Starts at 6 p.m. Join in. It's all over the Scene Stomps channel. We're broadcasting everywhere. So donate. We'll have the GoFundMe link up. It's already up now. If you guys want to go donate, go over to the events page. You can go on the website, thescenesnobs.com. There's a link right there. You can go right on and donate. So let's help out this beautiful little puppy named Brady.
Awesome. And yes, everybody, please do. George, you get the last comment for the night, man. He said,
can I say something to this?
yeah.
Like, I like the later iterations of Lois, where she's like one of those badass, like, I'm actually on the ground in Afghanistan reporters. Then like the 50s version where she's like, oh no, Lois Lane falling out of a window.
I watched the Superman serials, and she's literally just in it to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Well,
He writes,
the one
isn't
where-
Lois a pain? I mean, Superman has to keep rescuing her all the time. Doesn't he finally look at Lex Luthor and say, you know what? She's all yours. Good luck. She's high maintenance.
Isn't the same thing as like Mario Brothers and the
princess?
Yeah.
There's only one actress that should play Lois Lane, and that's it. Lena Dunham.
Go to pvdcast.com to check out all of the latest from John.
You're welcome, everybody. Now you have stuff to do, and you can go do it. They're ending.
I'm saving you time.
Oh my
I mean, she could show you war bonds. Give her that.
Like John on Twitter at PVDMVP, on Facebook and on Instagram at PVDcast. You could check us out at 3geeks.ninja and also on Facebook, YouTube, and over at thescenesnobs.com. We love being a part of that channel. It's been nothing but fun. We got Max and Casey's Cuddle Hour coming very, very soon to a podcast near you.
It's weird though that like I love me and Casey. I love Casey so much. He's so awesome, and like I hate Mick so much. Like they're on the same team, and that's very odd to me. Like Mick is such a jerk, and Casey is so nice. And like I don't understand how they're even, like, how did I meet the one from the other?
You know what, Mick?
I want a new show. I want a 1 a.m. show with just you and Casey in smokers' jackets. It's like the ladies' man, but just you two talking about whatever.
I'm down.
Cigars,
I'm down.
brandy snifter.
Whatever it is, I'm down to do it. Casey is a gem. He's a jewel of a person. He's the salt of the earth.
And you are shit.
Mick, you just hit a bone with Max because he is the fan of the Lena Dunham fan club.
Yeah, totally.
He's in charge.
I'm the president of the fucking girls fan club.
All right, everybody, have a great night.
Recycling your droids.
Or
seriously though, as we close out, I can't say enough good things about Casey. Like that guy is just so cool. He's funny, he's witty, he's caring, he's very like empathetic, like just such a good guy. And And Mick is so mean all the time. I don't know what their relationship is, but I feel bad for Casey. You're talking and you're muted.
We love Mick and Casey, and everybody. Goodbye.